Hey everyone, welcome back. It's another video. I saw this video over on Twitter today and I had to cheer a little bit and smile because it looks like there's a little bit of sanity creeping its way back into society. Yes, thankfully, because this ideology that is on the forefront of our educational institutions and a lot of kids are seeing it now, and it's all over social media and all these big tech companies are trying to promote the living hell out of it. And I mean, this video is coming at the perfect time because it is currently what month? Well, I don't see it as being Pride Month at all. Why are we worshipping the number one deadly cardinal sin? But that's what they do. They want to try and put their sexuality on full display and make it, they want to promote it. They want to say, oh, you must like the fact that we are LGBT, whatever. You must like the fact that we do X, Y, and Z in the bedroom. I don't give a crap what you do in the bedroom if you are an adult. But what I do care about the most is you trying to trans kids, you trying to indoctrinate young kids. It is spread throughout our educational system now, and I'm getting quite sick of it. Young kids deserve to have their innocence for as long as humanly possible. Do not destroy that. Do not take it away from them because you are abusing them if you do. But this ideology is saying that we must trans the kids, we must give them cross-sex hormones, puberty blockers, chop off the healthy body parts, mutilate and destroy that innocent child because that child somehow feels like they're not the right kind of sex. They're not male nor female. They've decided that they want to be something else. They want to be the opposite sex now, or they want to be non-binary, God forbid, whatever the hell that means. But this video, finally, I was waiting for something like this to happen, but it's finally taking place. The American College of Pediatricians, doctors that look after young kids, people, just put out an incredible video and statement calling out all of the major medical associations by name for pushing the gender transition craze on kids. Take a watch, my friends, because this is valuable. And we need more people like this to step up. Now all we need are the therapists.
Serious concerns about the physical and mental health effects of the current protocols promoted for the care of children and adolescents in the United States who express discomfort with their biological sex. This declaration was authored by the American College of Pediatricians, but really it was developed from the expertise of hundreds of doctors, researchers, and other healthcare workers and leaders who, for years, have been sounding the alarm on the harmful protocols that continue to be promoted by the medical organizations in the United States. Despite recent revelations from the leaked WPATH files and the recent release of the final report from the CAS review, these medical organizations have not changed course. So we are calling on these medical organizations of the United States, including the American Academy of Pediatrics, the Endocrine Society, the Pediatric Endocrine Society, the American Medical Association, the American Psychological Association, and the American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry to follow the science and their European colleagues and immediately stop the promotion of social affirmation, puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and surgeries for children and adolescents who experience distress over their biological sex. In our declaration, we affirm that sex is a dimorphic, innate trait defined in relation to an organism's biological role in reproduction, male and female. This genetic signature is present in every nucleated somatic cell in the body and is not altered by drugs or surgical interventions. Consideration of these innate differences is critical to the practice of good medicine and to the development of sound policy for children and adults alike. Medical decision-making should be based upon an individual's biological sex. It should respect biological reality and the dignity of the person by compassionately addressing the whole person. We are here defying the claims made by these medical organizations in the US that those of us who are concerned are a minority and that their protocols are consensus. They are not consensus, and we are speaking in a loud, unified voice, enough.
Elon Musk goes on Twitter. He actually shared it. Thank God for Elon Musk sharing this. Wow. Exactly right. wow, you don't really expect this stuff to actually happen. But when it does happen, it's a very nice surprise and a very nice thing. And I think it's a little bit too late, but it's still good to have. They should have done this from the very beginning, if you ask me. But alas, better late than never, right? Guess they say that. So, look, let's break down this video. You have these woke people that are obsessed with going, all right, child, if you identify as being a different gender, there's only two, but if you want to identify as being whatever gender you want, I mean, how is a kid supposed to know the full effects of that? Beats me. They're a child, but nevertheless, if a child thinks that there's something else that they're actually not, then the adults go, you're 100% right. Let's give you cross-sex hormones. Let's give you puberty blockers, and the likes of which all these gender mad, crazed people that want this actually to happen to young kids, they're going, oh, they need to go through a very rigorous process before they're given the drugs, before they can go into Planned Parenthood, for goodness sake, and get it not fairly quickly. So don't tell me that they go through this very rigorous process before. And even still, if a child has got gender distress or gender dysphoria, whatever it is similar to a person that has BID, body integrity disorder, I believe that is. And there's actual substantial evidence that is coming out to showcase that they're very similar in nature, right? If a person doesn't want a body part on them, they'll do whatever it takes to remove that body part because they think that it shouldn't be attached to them. Very similar to that of a young kid that doesn't feel like they are their actual biological sex. That is a psychological condition that needs to be addressed. Why are they starting to feel like that? That should be asked, not this affirming, yes, Timmy, if you tell me that you are something that you're actually not, I believe you. So I'm going to take that step even further. We don't know the repercussions, the long-term side effects, but they'll tell you otherwise. They'll say, oh, Timmy's right. Timmy knows exactly what he's talking about. And all these doctors are just getting paid an absolute mountain to do all this kind of stuff. And even young adults, right? The age of 18, they claim that you are able to make decisions like this, but your frontal lobe hasn't fully developed yet. So the likelihood of you making a life-altering decision, probably not the best, probably not the wisest thing to do. But it's a good thing that the Society of Pediatricians, ones that look after kids, there's over 700 of them, I believe, that have made a clear-cut statement. All these institutions need to stop. You're starting to see over in the UK now, they've banned puberty blockers for kids. You had the leaked WPATH files, which, by the way, I'm having the author of that come on the show. So thank you to the person that actually left a comment in one of my videos. I reached out to her, and she'll be coming on in August. So I'm looking forward to that conversation. And also you had the CAS report, the CAS review, which was quite comprehensive and quite extensive. Being there are no trans kids. But people will try and tell you otherwise. They'll buckle at the knees and go, oh, we must protect trans kids. If we don't, then there's going to be a genocide. That word is used far too often nowadays, I'll have you know. Hundreds that are part of the American College of Pediatricians have been sounding alarm on this for quite some time. But you know what? They're silenced. I was demonetized. I had several videos removed. I mean, you're silenced for speaking the truth. You're silenced for actually saying science and biology. Actual doctors are saying, no, we shouldn't be doing this to young kids. This is harming young kids. This is not helping them. But big tech and media will go, no, the LGBT, whatever, the small little minority group, they're right. Not science, not biology, not the doctors. No. We want the woke doctors. We want the ones that will actually cut off healthy body parts because they want to. We want them to speak. We want the ones that actually have this positive, flowery message of, yes, if a child feels like they're distressed in their body, you know what we need to do? We need to give that child the medical advice of gender affirming care, which is not actually care, I'll have you know. It is butchery and madness. But these doctors will actually say it. It's just another, they're propping up this flowery terminology when really, when you boil it down, it's just butchery and mutilation. You can't get away from it, but they will try. They will try and change the terminology to make it sound good. But the actual practice itself is anything but. So these people are trying to make a world of difference in the right way, but they're silenced. And now we're not going to have it anymore. You know why these medical organizations have not changed course? Because of money. That's what this industry is all about, people. They're making an absolute fortune. And there's a lot of billionaires that are financing this stuff, I'll have you know. So any way to make a quick buck by the looks of things, we're going to continue to earn as much money as we possibly can from these innocent young people. Sick. Now, the psychologists are really bad at this because you have lawmakers that say you're not allowed to say no to a child. A child says that they feel like they are a different biological sex, which is not even possible. Then the psychologist has to go, all right, okay, you are, by all means. And you know what? I'm going to refer you to an endocrinologist who can give you the puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones. So you have a lot of these psychologists now that are believing in the madness, first and foremost, because they've been taught that it's kinder somehow to allow a child to remove their healthy body parts and go on puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones and the like, than saying no. You're not allowed to say no nowadays. Can't say no to a child. And you know what? Children get away with blue murder. It's just they're going crazy. They're feral now, not to mention the ones that are being transitioned. It's just, I can't take it anymore, man. We need to allow kids to have a healthy childhood, first and foremost. We need to allow kids to go through the healthy process of puberty. That's important for their growth, for their development, for their brain function, for their gut, for every aspect of their life. Otherwise, if you don't allow a child to go through a healthy process like this, they're going to end up suffering as a result. They're going to end up with early onset osteoporosis, amongst other things. If you stop their puberty, not block, stop. Completely stop it. You're not going to reverse it. It's irreversible. It doesn't work the way that these so-called doctors are saying that it actually does happen. You can't reverse it. That's not scientific. I've said it many times. And I'm glad that these doctors are making a stand, finally. Otherwise, if they continue down this path, we're going to have a serious problem on our hands. We're going to have the largest ever butchery and mutilation we've ever seen. I'm not saying in history, because there's a lot that has gone on in history that has been mental, but we are literally destroying the next generation of young kids over a sick and twisted ideology that isn't supposed to exist in the first place. But the reason why this ideology exists right now is because you have a small little minority group that believes a lie. It's sickening. And then they try and make it worse, or they spread the lie and make society a lot worse. They push it in your face and they say that you're a bigot, you're a transphobe, you're whatever else under the sun, because they feel like doing it. And you have lawmakers, you have politicians, you have good old Joe Biden in the White House saying, we see you trans kids. What trans kids? Wake up. Listen to the actual medical experts and know what they're talking about. This is a good thing. I'm all for positive videos for once. I love doing positive videos. This is good news. We're heading in a positive direction, people. I like it. I like it. Let's hope that more people start waking up and start realizing that this nonsense should not stand. You guys take care. You be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.